Netanyahu's blatant hypocrisy.
I want to present to you, Mr. President, the letter I sent to the Nobel Prize Committee. It's nominating you.
7th was awful. Absolutely.
Obviously.
Terrible attack. But also, what they've done to Gaza is insane.
It's insane.
And if you can't see that, if you can't say that, and your response is, Israel has the right to defend itself. Like, what are you talking about? Against what? Children?
Right.
Against women and children that are getting blown apart? Against aid workers that are getting killed? It's insane. And no one wants to talk about it. And if you do talk about it, you're anti-Semitic. It's which.
In this video, we'll expose why every U.S. president since 1947 has been compromised by the American Jew-Israeli lobby, and the president that I voted for this time is also compromised. Allow us to dive in.
I want to present to you, Mr. President, the letter I sent to the Nobel Prize Committee. It's nominating you for the Peace Prize, which is well-deserved, and you should get it.
Thank you very much. This I didn't know. Wow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Coming from you in particular, this is very meaningful. Thank you very much, Bibi.
Thank you. Thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you. It's a great honor.
Nothing.
Again and again, they have destroyed complete area, complete towers, complete buildings, civilians up.
The hypocrisy of Mr. Netanyahu is a disgrace to any individual who has any sense of compassion, empathy, and right-mindedness when it comes to the destruction of human life. Yes, indeed, every citizen, every nation has a right to defend themselves. However, what Netanyahu has done, which he was promising to do in the early 2000s, trying to find a way to justify the extermination of the Palestinian state, particularly Gaza, is egregious. Allow me to share this type of story with you. I want you to imagine if someone's family or someone's family member happened to be deleted, meaning killed. And the individuals of that family, of that individual who was killed, decided to take revenge. But he kills the killer's entire family, immediate, goes on to search out their cousins, their grandmas, their aunties, and the entire extended family. And he keeps killing everyone related to that individual. You would say that that is egregious, that is aggressive, and that is far beyond what is necessary. This is the case with what the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has engaged in. He is engaged in the complete slaughter of men, women, and children. Many innocent men, women, and children. And it is a disgrace that he is the one presenting or nominating Donald Trump for peace after he has destroyed a whole nation of people that he wanted to destroy way back in the early 2000s, which October the 7th, which many people think was allowed by the government of Israel to happen so that they could do what they're doing. And this is a thought point on some sides. This is insane. allow us to bring this next individual. I think his name is, I really don't know his name, know how to pronounce his name. The guy who is the Democratic Socialist coming out of New York, who looks to be the next mayor that comes into New York. Now, I'm not a fan of socialism, and I do not want to live in a society that is socialist to the degree where you are sharing my hard-working funds with any and everybody. You're already sharing it, and that's the issue anyway, through taxes. So allow us to jump into this right here, and then we'll break down why Trump is compromised and why Trump is not necessarily American first, even though he is the closest to being American first of all the candidates that ran. Allow us, of most of the prominent candidates that ran, I don't know all of them, and allow us to dive in and listen to what this individual has to say. We're talking about now the Democratic Socialist mayor of New York, or the likely Democratic Socialist mayor of New York, the likely candidate or the likely winner in the next election cycle. He says he's going to arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. He's not going to be able to do that if Netanyahu comes to New York. And if he does, he's going to be in big trouble. And yeah, trust me, Netanyahu is almost untouchable in the United States. In Israel, looks like they're trying to do something to get him if they can, but he continues to have these wars. Allow us to dive in.
No, you.
So this is for the Prime Minister. The likely next mayor of New York City, or Democratic Socialist, the vocal critic of Israel and of yourself, and has said he would arrest you if you came to New York City if he was mayor. Is that something you take seriously, or are you concerned about that? And respond to that?
No, I'm not concerned about that.
I'll get him out.
And again, he says he's not concerned. That was the voice of Benjamin Netanyahu. Trump says he'll get him out. Again, Trump has been severely compromised. I voted for Trump. I still like what he has done with the border. I like what he has done with the situation with the deportations. I like what he's done with getting men out of women sports. What I disagree with is his capitulation to Israel and to the American Jewish lobby. In his big, beautiful bill, it appears that over a decade, he will cut over $1 trillion in Medicaid. Medicaid is essential for many individuals. There are some provisions in there that I agree with. Able-bodied individuals should be working if the government presents, or if there are jobs for these individuals to work. Not everybody is an entrepreneur. So the American society must have enough jobs to employ the people who are able-bodied to work. So this must be a foundational piece in order for that to be a legitimate proposition. What I'm getting at is this: Israel will continue to receive up into 2028 and far, and probably beyond, because it probably be renewed, 3.4, 3.6, probably $4 billion a year for the next 3 years. And it has received grants, or not grants, it has received our taxpayer money, the state of Israel, for 70, that would be 78 years. It's been about 75 years now that, or longer, that Israel has received our taxpayer money. The last few years upwards in the upward billions, $3 to $4 billion per year, not to mention the other stuff that goes out in military aid when they're in these conflicts, for offense, for defense. America spends at the taxpayers' expense in the past year or so close to $20 to $30 billion on Israel. But yet Trump wants to cut out Medicaid for American citizens. But yet they are doing nothing to stop the aid going to Israel. It has been on welfare to Americans for over 75, 78 years. So if you're so big about cutting expenses for able-bodied human beings, what about cutting the expenses for able-bodied nations? And this is where I come down on the end of Trump being compromised. And this is why I say he is compromised. He should not receive the Nobel Peace Prize because he aided and abetted Israel in the egregious, aggressive attack on Iran. And there is no way that he should get peace. Again, I'm satisfied with him on a few fronts. I'm totally disappointed in him on several other points. And this is why he should not be nominated or even given a peace prize. And to be honest with you, the Nobel Peace Prize is almost a joke. You give it to individuals who have slaughtered millions or seen the slaughtering of hundreds of thousands of individuals in the case of Barack Obama killing innocent kids and things of that nature with drones and all that. You're giving individuals whose regime went in and toppled Libya and made that a failed state, whether you agree with Gaddafi or not. It wasn't our business to get in and facilitate his overthrow. And now that nation is a destroyed nation. That nation is a nation that houses slavery, sex trafficking, and everything else. And these are the things that Israel and the Jews like to present and like to get themselves engaged in the Middle East and depend on America to save it and fund it. This cannot be sustained. This is not something that you and I should support. And therefore, again, I'm highly disappointed in Trump. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to debate these topics, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I have a fitness channel, Monte's Fitness. The link is in the description. Help me to build this algorithm. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. And hit that notification bell. Sending you peace and always love. Peace.